Good evening, everybody. It is an absolute pleasure to be together with you all again, celebrating the best in basketball. Tonight we enshrine the newest members of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, the class of 2021.
I'd like to tell you a story about Isaiah Thomas. Now you have to flash back. I'm 16 years old, and Zeke calls our house to speak to my parents and ask if he could come over and speak with us. He came over to our little shack on Biltmore, shout out 6 Mile, Evergreen, Finkel, Puritan. He came to the hood because I told him he was coming through. He explained if I needed anything, you'd be there. Financially, mentally, spiritually. You explained that it's about the long run and I had to stay focused. He told me don't start believing the press. He told me keep doing my thing because we are more than hoopers. Zeke, I remember like it was yesterday. You said we. You gave me confidence. You validated my game through setting your expectation. And finally, you protected me from the vultures. You protected me from the vultures.
As a young kid, not having the ability to speak and express myself, but having a lot to say, for I was proud of myself, where life didn't give me a chance from the start. I kept fighting, I kept winning, I kept succeeding, I kept teaching, I kept giving back. Life is not all about taking. Life is not all about conquering. Life is about competing. Life is precious. Have fun.
I started with sports when I was 8, playing table tennis and soccer. At age of 15, I picked up basketball. My career is defined by 2 teams and 2 cities. City of Split, Croatia, my hometown, and my team Jugoplastika, and of course, Chicago, Illinois, and Chicago Bulls. At this time, I would like to thank this gentleman here, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, for kicking my butt during the Olympics in Barcelona, and then motivating me to work even harder to become an important part of the Chicago Bulls. My sincere gratitude goes to Mr. Jerry Reinsdorf and the late Jerry Krause for insisting on bringing me to the Bulls and believing in me as a player when it wasn't common for non-American players to play in the NBA.
So Roy Williams, my college coach, thank you for teaching me the game of basketball. You know, I came in as a McDonald's All-American to Kansas. I thought I knew everything. Come to find out I didn't know much. I didn't even know how to, come off a down screen. But you know when I knew you were the coach for me, I signed with Kansas, and I knew you were the coach for me. When you came to the game, Inglewood versus Compton, packed rowdy gym. And I looked up, you was the only white guy in the gym. I was like, I'm gonna go hard for him. I'm gonna go hard for him. I knew you was a coach for me. So man, thank you for always being honest with me. Every coach that came in promised me a starting spot. You promised me an education. You said, I don't know if you're gonna start. And that's why I trusted you. So thank you, coach. Appreciate that. Celtics. Coming out of college, I was a first-team All-American, projected number 2 pick. And so I like to thank the Clippers, Vancouver, Grizzlies, Denver Nuggets, Toronto Raptors, Golden State Warriors, Dallas Mavericks, Sacramento Kings, Philadelphia 76ers, and Milwaukee Bucks, the 9 teams that passed on me. Thank you.
For some context, when I met Pat during free agency, in 2010, he pulled out every trick, and it was quite the performance. And as I was starting to stand up to leave from the meeting, he pulled out one last trick. He took out this velvet bag full of championship rings and dumped them all across the table. And he picked one up, and he looked me dead in my eye and he said, "You give it back to me when we win one together." Now, when I think about it, it was crazy because I hadn't even agreed to sign with Miami. But that's Pat, you know, and we did win a ring together, 2 of them. But I never gave back the one he loaned me because, you know, for whatever reason, I wanted to wait till the right moment, and, you know, I figured this would be a good moment.
My honor to officially declare that you are hereby enshrined as the newest members of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. To the class of 2021, we say congratulations for all you've accomplished and thank you for all that you have meant to our game.